from?
New Mexico.
Oh, very different climate.
Absolutely.
It is. They're very different.
And how's your trip through Canada and Alaska been so far?
It's been beautiful.
Oh, I love to hear that.
Yeah, we're about 30 days in. we literally left yesterday morning and drove here, got here about a little after 8.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, we decided to do that.
Wait, you drove here?
Yeah, we drove.
Nice. I'm happy you guys drove. Most people kind of take the ferry.
Yeah.
And I always think you're missing out on some pretty views and opportunities.
Well, we said this is an RV trip, so why take the ferry across? So, I mean, it's 45 minutes versus 6 hours. We're like, no, let's do the 6 hours. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, and you get a comfy ride while you're at it. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So pretty much everyone else is cruise people.
Yep, you guys are the... Oh, there's a whale right there.
Oh my gosh, you totally... Oh my gosh, what the heck?
There you go. What a great start.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Right off the back of this boat. Alright, so here's the cruise ship we're going to go on next.
Oh, yeah. I wish. We'd sneak on, to bring our passports
Actually,
with
just
us.
kidding. We're picking up some folks here to go with us on the Eagle Nature Preserve float tour that we're going to do. And it should be pretty fun. And we just finished seeing a whale. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was just right next to that cruise ship.
Yeah, it's just right here in the harbor. This is kind of a fjord off the ocean, and I guess it was a fun spot for this whale to come and hang out inside of. So that's pretty neat. He was just right here at the back of the boat.
Gorgeous place in the middle of this fjord that is known for being the adventure capital of Southeast of Alaska, that is. And the reason why is because within like a 5-minute drive, you can have access to the ocean on one side. You can have, of course, the inland here, lots of trails, really high-skying mountain peaks, and then various rivers that you can float raft along with lakes and glaciers all around. Now it does sound like a lot of Southeast Alaska, but there's a little bit more access to us here.
All right, we're getting ready to go on the float trip.
It's supposed to be fun. It looks like pretty
Good running.
Did he say it was like 60?
Said it's high flood time.
60 mile an hour, did he say? Or
16 or something like that.
Something. So
pretty
nice.
It
looks like a pretty nice float, but we don't have to use paddles or anything. So.
Yeah. Yeah, should be an easy one. Getting in the boat, always the riskiest part. Is best chance to get wet.
Not even have to work.
Beautiful on the river.
Wanting to paddle.
Yeah. There we are.
We saw one eagle.
Saw one eagle. Yeah, up in the trees. And here's where we're going. Going this direction.
How much snow gets on this lower area?
Yeah, that can vary. We can get a ton of snow out here too. We had a record here in 2009. Oh, and it's the entire winter. That would be a rough day.
Wow.
Having fun?
Yeah, having fun. It's very relaxing, very informative.
Yeah.
I think you find that a little more boring.
Here's some kind of a bird over there.
from Texas.
We saw a funny shirt in the store over there. It said, had a picture of Texas outlined sitting inside of Alaska, and it said, "Oh, isn't Texas cute?"
How about one like this? Matters years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's somebody in the nest there.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, but somebody's in the nest.
Yeah, there's an eagle in there. He's got a white head and he's ducking down. I wonder if he's like feeding somebody or something. That's pretty cool. There he is. He totally is there.
Yeah, I didn't see it earlier. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's his head.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, his beak. Yeah, you can.
There he
He's
is.
sticking his head
Oh,
up there.
Beautiful.
He didn't pose very well. He got behind the stick.
Oh. We just need them to slow down in front of us.
Grab a fish right out of the water.
That would be awesome.
Saw lots of eagles.
Yeah, in their nests.
In the nest. That was pretty fun.
That one sitting in the nest looked really cool.
Yeah. See, I saw eagles in their nests. Saw them up in the trees. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That was really nice.
That one was pretty good.
Beautiful mountains everywhere.
It's just peaceful. The guy was
Yeah.
saying there's all that road construction on Haines Highway, so it's been very loud.
Yeah.
So today, because of the bike race, there's no
Yeah.
construction going on, so it's very peaceful.
Perfect day.
Perfect day.
That's pretty. You say that's usually a little bit less.
Yeah, that's more than usual.
It's more of those pink flowers.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Those are Sitka wild roses.
Oh, they're all roses.
For what?
Sitka wild roses.
Sitka wild roses. Okay. Pretty.
Yeah, I saw a couple, but this is a big batch of them right here. It's pretty.
Yeah. Sitka wild roses.
Sir, if you just walk along the left side.
Finished our rafting. It's a beautiful, fun trip. Beautiful, beautiful bay. Haines, Alaska.
Wild roses, they call them.
The wild
They call
roses.
them the Sitka. Wow.
Sitka wild roses. Look at these gorgeous tulips that we found right here in the in Haines. Lots of pretty flowers.
Oh, the columbine is insane.
Wow. Springtime.
Done there,
Look at how gorgeous that middle part though. It's got like little blacks
little black and stuff.
in the middle parts, and having a fun time walking through the town of Haines.
Yep. Very nice.
It's purple puff flowers.
Now those are those rose dendron or something. They say they grow in Pakistan. They're native there.
I guess they grow in Alaska too. View of the little harbor here in Haines. Got some boats, fishing boats, and Haines Harbor. Place where you can get some boats, boat ride. Seals or otters, yeah, or that's a loud crow. This tasting room is supposed to be famous for their meads. They make all types of meads over here. Of course, here's the famous Haines Hammer Museum. Bethlehem Steel is where we have. Yeah.
That's where that abandoned steel.
So you you take this hammer, and then it cancels this check by smacking it in the middle. The first hammers, which is a rock.
Interesting one, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder if that would actually give some good.
Yeah, who knows?
It does feel a little bit more like.
Yeah. People choom, choom, choom. Two-handed there. Double claw. Yeah, I guess you can pull it up a little ways and then pull it up again.
I was looking at these ones with little spikes on it. Identity stamps for furs.
Oh, yeah, you smack your fur and then you can see where the fur came from. Yeah, it's got little spikes on it. So you can mark the different shoe sizes into the shoe there. Wow, pretty cool. It's from Joplin, Missouri. All the fam back in Joplin, Missouri, we found a hammer that was made there. Okay, so the cigars had to be boxed and stamped for tax reasons in these cigar boxes, and these tools are to open the cigar box.
They pry it open with
they'd pry it open.
With hammer closed
And
boxes.
that's how they would. So all these are ways of opening a cigar box. Cool. Lots of
Autopsy hammers.
medical hammers, candy hammers, toffee hammers.
Oh, that makes sense because sometimes they would sell sugar like in just these solid sugar cubes.
Here's a lid lifter. So this one is an Igpay Earl K. Tell us in the comments if you know what that is used for. Here's a hammer for someone who doesn't tell the truth very often. Oh, here's a hammer that helps maintain the status quo. The useless hammer. This here's a manhole cover remover. Wow. U.S. Coast Guard Hull Inspector hammer. Non-sparking hammers used for
So it's made of
if they're an explosive.
beryllium copper alloy.
Yeah, it doesn't spark.
So it doesn't spark.
Oh, metalworking hammers. Yeah, wait, all these tiny little ones. Hammers with measurements.
I've heard of a ball peen
Yeah.
hammer.
Okay, so what do you think, Deanna? This is cooler than we thought.
Yep, it is. It kind of ends up being kind of like that car factory in Japan.
Yeah,
that we went to,
who knew?
Where it ended up being like upholstery.
Yeah.
And it ended up being really.
Who knew there could be so many different kinds of hammers,
Hammers,
and all the
yeah.
different things that brilliant people would come up with? So these hammers have surfaces. They're to stamp logs, so you know which people cut down which logs and what states they were from.
Belong to which logger companies.
Pretty darn cool. Hammers for fencing. Wow. Very interesting. Ranchers are making different kinds of fences, wires.
A woman's hillbilly woman getter.
Woman getter.
Maybe we need to get that for our son John.
There's the wife trainer.
I like the woman getter better. A husband tamer. Yeah, that's what I like. I need one of those.
A husband tamer.
A husband tamer. Don't need a hammer in Alaska.
No.
You just use an iron skillet.
Iron skillet. Smack your husband with it. This is interesting. A ball peen hammer that has a claw.
Yeah.
That's wild. I definitely found some wild hammers. For those of you who thought the double claw hammer was cool, here we have the triple claw hammer.
And what's the one right next to it? It's almost like a lever, like you see like on a gas pump.
Well, I guess you could ratchet it up, basically.
Oh, ratchet up,
like pull
okay.
it up and then keep putting it on the next ratchet piece
keep pulling
and keep
it up.
pulling it up.
Where they break the...
Yeah, look at this. This is
Oh.
a hog tattoo hammer.
The hog is marked with a tar-like substance prior to butchering.
Wow. Huh. So you smack it and it like makes a little tattoo. It's got little teeth on it right in there. And lots of meat tenderizers.
The peg leg pig joke. 5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8.
There you go. That's a lot of claws on your hammer.
That's got to be a really long nail.
Yeah.
This is the result of long, dark winters.
I guess
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
somebody has a few extra hammers laying around.
Uh-huh.
It's mesmerizing.
Every spring he shows up with a new gadget.
A new
Oh,
gadget. Okay, all right. Pretty nice.
Be sure and check out the bathroom too. There's more display in there.
Oh,
Okay. What'd you get?
I got a sticker that says, I got hammered in Haines, Alaska.
Good stuff. That sticker really hits the nail on the head. Deanna said that if I did any more hammer jokes that she was going to beat them out of me. Fog cutter bar. Alaska rods. Oh yeah, the wood fire pizza is supposed to be really good. Yeah. Deanna wants to try some mead.
Try that. Right?
Got some meads figured out there,
I
babe?
think so.
All right.
I'll go up there.
Good place.
So we got, this one is the cranberry pomegranate mead. He said that one's pretty sweet. We'll try that one. And number 2, this one here is the Sitka Rose mead.
Sitka Rose, okay.
And then we have the Fireweed mead.
Okay.
And this is the Valkyrie mead.
All right.
So
You gonna try one out then?
sure. So maybe I shouldn't start with the sweetest first. Maybe I'll go backwards. So I'm going to try the Valkyrie, which is supposed to be, it's supposed to have like a rhubarb or something.
All right.
So we saw that rhubarb in Skagway. I like it. Yeah, I mean, he says it's drier, but it's, I think it's still. So this one's the fireweed. And it looks like a rose. Oh, that's interesting. Very earthy. It kind of has an earthy taste to it.
Yeah. Got an interesting smell. Yeah.
More earthy tasting, huh?
Yeah.
You see? And then this is the Sitka Rose. Oh, that's really dark. Very dark one.
Sitka Rose.
So interesting. I wouldn't say Mead. It almost tastes like a Cabernet Sauvignon, you know, like a dark
okay.
red.
Right.
It's definitely different from meads that I've ever had.
Doesn't taste like wine either. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is close
That one
to
is
that.
darker, yeah.
It's
I mean,
darker.
it's got a different flavor. Yeah.
All right, and then the last one is this cranberry pomegranate. So this is the sweetest, so. Okay, yeah. I think Greg will like this one. Cranberry pomegranate.
All right.
So that one's
Cranberry-
definitely,
Cranberry pomegranate. Here we
that
go.
one definitely is a sweeter one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like them all.
yeah, they're all pretty good.
Wow. Okay, so we found a fun little Thai restaurant and bakery in Haines, Alaska, and looks like they just got started and they're making all kinds of yummy, delicious food. Open 7 days a week. We always love it when folks are trying local restaurants, getting things started. So, what did you get here, Deanna?
I got the pad ki mao,
Pad ki mao with pork.
medium spice.
Delicious.
And then this is a cod curry.
We figured we had to try the cod because it's,
Cod curry, and then of course a Thai tea boba.
Thai tea boba, delicious. And then over in the bakery section,
Bakery
looks like
goods
there's
are really good for
looks like there's some really good stuff. Yeah.
dessert later. I had to grab something.
So here we go, guys. A Radio Shack that is open and still functioning.
And has a U-Haul on the side as well.
They also do U-Haul. So Haines, Alaska has some interesting finds. All right. The never-ending day light has prompted us to go out and have some more exploring. There's actually a bike race that's happening today. Pretty big time one. It goes all the way from
Haines Junction
to
Haines.
Crosses borders, international bike race.
Yep.
It's 150 some miles.
Yeah,
or something like that.
150 miles, yeah.
And
roughly. And
so
it's a
there's-
relay, so I think some people
Yeah.
do half and half or
Yeah.
share.
So lots of racers, and we were talking to the owner of the Thai restaurant, and she's been here for about 20 years or so. Really neat lady. She said that it's a lot of fun, that we ought to come out to the after race barbecue.
Yeah.
That everybody's invited in the town, and
Might have barbecued
So-
salmon and
so we figured, hey,
beer.
why not try it out? See what's over there. So here's what the dock looks like when the cruise ship has left. So definitely not something you want to see if you're a cruiser. That's going to be the bad news sight, despite how beautiful it looks. And it's going to act out what it looks like from perspective of someone being left on the dock.
Oh, just having a drink and looking around and the boat, it's gone. Where's the boat? I missed the boat. Oh no.
I think we're getting closer to the finish line here. Looks like the party deck up there. All right, we have discovered that the barbecue is at the fairgrounds, and the fairgrounds is up this way, and we found this cool trail that leads us instead of just on the street, leads us towards the fairgrounds. So
It's nice and cool.
figured we'd give it a try. It is pretty. It's a nice little walk.
They said this is a rainforest.
It does look like a rainforest.
Wow, look at, yeah, there's those big leaves
Wow.
like we saw in Stewart.
Uh-huh. Wow. Those kind of funny. We walked all the way down to the port where the race finishes, but then it turns out that the fairgrounds are actually up right next to where the RV park is.
We went out for a nice little walk.
Yep. Nice little walk, and got to cheer some racers on, and then when we finish at the fairgrounds, we'll actually be right next to the RV park.
Well, I guess we got to see Fort Seward too.
That's true. We got to see the ruins of Fort Seward.
Well, part of the ruins,
Yep. Pretty fun. Got to be a part of the festive end of race activities for these folks that were finishing their 150-mile race today.
Yep.
I think the clock, when I was looking at it, it was around 19 hours. So some of the folks are coming in around the 19-hour mark. So
Wow.
not sure where the starters came in at, but there's definitely some folks that have been out there all day. Quite a long time, actually.
Yeah, 150 miles is a pretty long time.
In any other part of the country, I'd say that they started in the dark, but that's not necessarily true around here. You could start 19 hours ago and it still might have been light, actually.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
I love how this flower's got this cool pattern of leaves around it. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like giant lettuces.
Yeah. I keep wondering, is it edible?
Of course you're wondering that.
I could chop that up and make a really nice salad.
or a horrible salad that would make us sick for days.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. Let us know in the comments whether we would have a delightful salad or we'd be horribly sick for days. On the fairgrounds,
And we found the salmon.
We found salmon.
Brownie, rice, and fried
And
cod.
we found some delicious fried cod. They kind of just do it up. I think the locals make it up, is what they were saying.
And so it's all donations.
And it's just donations for the cost of the race and the cost of the food and everything. So
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Neighborly folks up here.
Yeah. Fried cod, good, huh?
That fish is good.
That's good. Yeah. So I should have grabbed some of that too.
How's the salmon?
Salmon's good. Yeah.
Fun little festival. Got some drinks over at the Klondike, and these little shops have some of them have little things. This place has got a brunch in the morning. Yeah.
Community garden here too. Community garden? So I wonder if the whole community like participates, but there's their thing, like these look like green beans, maybe.
It's pretty.
So, and then those over
Got
there
lots
look like
of
some
stuff.
kind of spinach of some kind. And
Yeah.
lots of different.
Wonder how a community garden works. I mean, there's numbers. Like, do they raise it for a particular purpose and then use it for that purpose or something?
Or maybe they decide as a community what to plant in each pot or planter,
Uh-huh.
and then they all take turns
Yeah.
watching it, and maybe you get the proceeds, some of the proceeds of.
Yeah, I don't know. They give back to, maybe they raise it for certain kinds of good purposes or something.
Yeah. Maybe they just put it in the grocery store. You have to buy in the grocery store.
Maybe.
You get a discount or something.
Oh, maybe. Anyone knows how the community garden stuff works? Let us know in the comments. It'd be fun to find out.
Sounds like something fun.
It does look fun. Yeah.
A community thing.
Yeah.
Be like doing something at grandma's or something.
Yeah. Kind of meet your neighbors, get together. This is how you know you're really in Alaska. Your car has to be heated in the wintertime. All right, we're gonna call it a night. We've had a lot of fun today.
We have. It's been good.
So probably take some showers and do some laundry, and we'll see you on some more adventuring tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.